Come right in, sir. We're just going to serve the chicken. Would you like to look up the duck's ass? You got 2 parts to it. My daughter's, you know what? I've been fired so much, folks, I don't care anymore. Michael gone. Thank God for Michael and his fine crew and staff and all the tech guys, the light guys, the sound guys. And Damien Costa, a wonderful young man who's going to have a great career. And Carrie, Damien's assistant, and all the other people that have been so nice to us. We're staying upstairs, and we have a beautiful room. As soon as they finish sheetrocking it, I peed and went down the window and right to Lake Mead. So that's where it goes. Anyway, I can't thank you enough for coming, and we're not going to go on and on and on about it, but I'm so happy that Michael was gracious enough to give us this room for us and Opportunity Village. Okay, so thank you very much. All kidding aside, may I ask you something, just in passing? Did you get your money's worth today? It was a little salty, a little bit rough. We're just having fun. You know what? The words are silly. They don't mean anything anyway. And we've all heard them at home, haven't we, honey? No more goddamn suppositories during the TV hour. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, it's just been a really rare treat. And you know what? I am looking forward to going back to Ecuador with my ex-wife. Because what's the other option? Jerry's Nugget? Hey, we're going to go get some pie, you son of a bitch. You know what? My numbers are coming up on Keno. I like being old now, because when you break wind, people go, isn't that cute? So, now that we've thanked everybody, and thank you all for coming, may I hear a round of applause of my old girlfriends? And herpes sufferers, line up over here. We all got herpes, it's the chickenpox vaccine. I'd like to just do a quick summation of the guys who were up here before you. The little old guy in the end in the white coat is actually an executive chef from the Culinary Institute. We call him the Blue Jew, so go out there and order something exotic. Fielding West, part-time magician, close friend of Lance Burton, and a man who probably held his own career up because for many, many years he was saying, where are we? Kim Richards, who came all the way down. Kim does a wonderful show called Late Night Catechism, in which she plays a nun. And that's impossible because her hymen has been gone since 1940. So there ain't nothing happening in Beavertown. Okay, we can move on to that. My ex-wife, get ready folks, I have some lethal comments. My ex-wife, the former Playboy Bunny from Detroit, whom I met, and I'm still enamored with her, and people say, well, why would you go back with her? Because I love the bitch, that's why. What's the mystery? You're with somebody 25 years? Come on. Well, she's no good. She took advantage of you. Good. Good. That's what we're here for, right, Sammy? Sleep. Carolyn initiated our first sexual encounter. Is that true? Hold up your hand and tell them the truth. She said, we're going to bed, Playboy. And I had just broken up with a girl who was 25 years my junior. Yeah, I had it coming. She said, we're going to bed, Playboy, because if you think I'm going to New Zealand to walk the Milford track with a guy that's a bum lay, forget about it. Isn't that true? You bet your ass it is. Kathleen Dunbar, I've never had her, but I've fantasized about her many times. I thought she'd look great in a wetsuit with a scuba mask. And a 4-pound can of KY jelly. Just in case the surf was rough. My dear friend Peter Anthony, who spared no expense on his wardrobe. We've known each other so long, it's embarrassing, and we worked the worst excuse.
Sammy Shaw and I went to the same haberdasher.
Okay. That's why your ass is out of work, right there. We worked the Royal Inn, ladies and gentlemen. You have no idea what penance is like till you work the Royal Inn. Thank you. Is that another one of my ex-wives back there? That was Michael and Frank's first venture, the Royal Inn, down on Convention Center Drive, and Peter worked it. And then I came in, I had the governor of Nevada call Michael Gaughan and say, this guy Cork Proctor's trying to get a job. And by God, I got hired. And I worked there, Peter worked there, and it was great. It was brutal. It was brutal. The people would come in. Opening night, I walked out and I said, hey, we're going to have a great time. And a guy shot a pit boss. You remember that, David? I said, well, shit, maybe we're not going to have a good time. I don't know. Is he dead? I'm not making that up. That's a true story. When you see Michael, you ask him. So the dues we paid, folks, the distance from the drum set to the microphone is only 3 feet, but it's 1,000,000 miles. Anyway, my dear friend on the end over here, Kenny Bob Davis, we've known each other from the Hacienda. And as everybody laughs about the hotels, but you know what? I'll tell you the truth. I think it was better then. I think it was more fun. I think the mafia was good to show business people, and the mafia was good for the town. I don't care what anybody says. They didn't give you any crap. They paid you. They said simple things like, stay away from the dealers, all right? You don't mess with the dealers. The limousine will be there at 8 o'clock. Be in it or under it. Of course, Bob Zaney, I hired him to go to Reno, paid him a lot of money, and it was okay. It's nice to see Bob. He came in on a special dispensation from Alaska just to do this today, and I'm really thrilled that he did. Bob Zaney's very funny. And you can see, where do you see the show that you did called Close But No Cigar?
It'll be on Amazon.com.
Amazon.com, Bob Zaney. So support these guys because they're all scuffling. Jeff White, a dear friend, is a guy I mentored, and we've been tight, pretty good, I guess, and I'm